Hey Annette, good morning. How you doing? Everything going okay with you? I got, as you can see, I have Malibu right there. uh, I don't know how. I guess everything looks okay. Grab the light there. Hi, Kat. How's it going? Terry, Brett, Missy. Um, I keep wanting to call you Fortnite, even though you have a different name in front of you. Kristen, Dawn, uh, Pamela. Malibu's settling in over here. She wanted a little bed up here today, so I put a little towel there for her. We'll see how long that lasts. Oh, so let's see. Who else am I missing? That's okay. Let's see. So, hope everyone's doing well. Happy hump day. I don't know. I don't know what I did with my little camel. I have a little hump day camel, you know, but I don't know what I did. I don't know where it is right now. Let's see. So, yeah, I did take a picture, Terry, to show of your IG post of your prompts. That was good. Let's see. Laverne, Debbie, Debbie. I just started it. uh, let's see, Judy. Oh, thanks, Judy. That's sweet. That's sweet. Let's see. Scrolling, trying to catch everybody. Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society, comes in a singing. Yeah, have you got yours yet, Deb? Or are you going to read it ebook? Let's see. Hi, Me. We're going to color in the book Me sent today. So I think I'm going to color the Pinocchio. And I'm going to use the Woomer. I'm going to use the Woomer pencils instead of my Prismacolors because I really like these. And I always just reach for my Prismacolors. That being said, I will keep my black and white Prismacolors out. Nothing beats a white Prismacolor except maybe a Posca. Let's see. Zinjin. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I don't see Janet yet. Did Janet sleep in or is she making the coffee? You have the book? You have the book? Okay, Debbie. Hi, Tina. Tina comes in saying good morning to everybody. Hi, Charmaine. There she is. Were you making the coffee, Janet? Oh, my goodness. Let's see. So, yeah, I guess sipping my lemon water. Tina saying good morning. Hope you're doing okay, Tina. Got my banana and lemon water. Keep me going for a couple hours. You drinking all that coffee. I drink my coffee at 4:30, 5 o'clock, early. And so by this time, I'm happy to be drinking some lemon water or cranberry juice. Usually cranberry juice. Let's see. Who else am I missing? I said hi to Missy. Hi, Arlene. Tammy Ward, good to see you. So anybody else I miss? I do miss people. Hi, Tori. I do miss people coming in because I do scrub back through the chat and just to see who I missed and everything. And I do miss people coming in and I go, oh, dang, I missed her or him or whatever. But I do go back through, and if you have a channel, I might. Hey, girl, hey, Lisa. I do try to follow your channel if you have content. Oh, you're funny. Okay, you're supposed to get. Okay, so Tina ordered this. Now she does not care for Amazon paper, the thin, copy paper type paper. Um, but it doesn't bother me. And usually I'll, either cut it out, tear it out, especially if I use alcohol markers, it bleeds right through. But I'm going to try to use, and I never say I'm only going to use, let's cover up that ring light there. I never say I'm only going to use one thing, but I'm going to start with the Woomer pencils today, and we'll see where that goes. Joe Lou. So let me show y'all real quick what Terry posted on IG, because she used the prompts on Monday. Let me go over to my photos. I kept it in photos because it's easier for me to show you in photos than it is. Let's see, maybe I should brighten it up just a little. Than it is on Instagram. So this is what she posted. So I'll read the prompts and what it says over here. So the prompts were checkerboard, a myth or a legend, and she used the legend of William Tell, Native American, seal, and hut. And so she has this little seal over here with the apple on his head going, I wish he'd get fed up with this. I know he's going to shoot me instead of the apple one day. So this is what she made. This little illustration is what Terry made with the prompts. Isn't that cool, guys? I love it, Terry. Good job. So yeah, thanks for sharing. If y'all don't follow, it's Terry Brett 3 over on IG. Terry Brett 3. I don't know if you can see it there. That was very clever. You come up with some clever ones, that's for sure. And so yeah, I think that's all the pictures that I have. Let's see. Hard House, Kathleen, Flo, hi Flo. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Who else am I said hi to Tori? Who else am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing some people, but thanks everybody for being here. I took this picture from the NASA post. I think it was on Facebook. Look at this. I'm about to do some kind of painting with that kind of ribbon. Isn't that so cool looking? So yeah, I got to remember to do something with that. But anyway, yeah. Let's see. Putting those random. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Isn't it fun to do that? I know, right, Debbie? Isn't that cool looking? Let's see. Who else am I missing? Joyce. Thanks everybody for being here. We got little Malibu right there. I'm going to zoom in though when I start to color. I'll show y'all a couple books. This is book 10. Deb E recommended this Crack Spine bookstore mystery series, and this is book 10. It just came out. I got it yesterday. I got it last night, actually. That's bothering me there. I got it last night, and I've only read a couple chapters, 2 chapters, I think. But it's really good. I bought a lot of them off of thrift books and then some off of Amazon. I like the hardbacks because I like the size of the print, but you can get the paperbacks over on thrift books for a couple dollars each. So, but yeah, this is the newest one. This is book 10. And yeah, it is a cool cover. All her covers have to do with the story itself. And so anyway, it's really good. Deb, have you started yours yet? Yes, I know, right? I like the cover too, Tori. So, oh, hi, Miriam. I'm sorry. Did I miss you? Yeah. Hi, Miriam. I didn't see you. I didn't see you. Let's see. Good to see you. And I said hi to Marguerite, I think. If not, hi, Marguerite and Miriam. So anyway, I'm reading book 10. I don't know what I'm going to read. I got to wait. Let's see. Is it about a couple more months or 3 before the Scone Society series comes out with her book, I think book 10 as well. Hi, Lindy. I'll let's see. Yes, the deadline for the Scabby Hunt, I do have that down, is Monday, April the 7th. So if y'all want to get that, if you did get up to 90 of your prompts done, make sure you tell Janet so she'll put you on the list for a random giveaway for everybody that completed or got at least 90 of the 100 items found. You're hoarding it. I hear you, Debbie. Well, I won't give you any spoilers then, Debbie. I won't tell you any spoilers. But it's really good so far. Let's see. Uh, did I say hi to you, Judy? Let's see, Judy O. Okay, so let me go ahead and show these other books, and then we'll get to coloring. So y'all know I have a couple copies of this one, and View had asked me about if you're just starting out in collage, what book would you recommend? And I usually recommend this one because there's just, and mine are all so cut up, I can't even really flip through them without, um, because it's got such a variety. If you're just starting out in collage, this has a variety of everything: plants, animals, buildings. It's got some big things in the back. It's got small. It's just got a little of everything. And so I told her, I said, well, this one has a little of everything. I love my collage soup and I love my pour toast. And both of those are very more specific, theme oriented, which I love because I buy I buy them all. I just do. Not all of them, but I buy a bulk of both pour toast and collage soups books. But if you're just starting out, you don't want just a whole book on just say mushrooms or a whole book just on ancient civilization, or you want a variety of things. So, and I have at least 2 of these. This one's probably not quite as cut up as the other one, but so it's just got a little everything in it. So when I told you to look into this one, well, then she enabled me because I did not know that this was out. So I got this one. Even more extraordinary things to cut out in collage. So thank you, View, for the enabling. And then Me, let me click on Me, which that's not her real name, but if she wants to tell her name, she can. But I call y'all what you are here, because that's just that way. You hadn't seen that one. I'm getting ready to show it, Tori. So we're going to color in this book that Me sent me today, or she sent it. I don't know. I think she tried to send it a couple times, and I don't know if it was returned. But anyway, I got it, and we're going to color in this today. And I'm going to color, and I'll re-show it again. I'm going to color the Pinocchio, and I'm going to use my Woomer pencils, which they are not in the tray anymore. I don't like those thin plastic trays they come in. So if I have something like this, I'll either put it in one of my pencil cases, like I should have pulled out my Posca, because there's not a whole lot of Poscas. Posca pencils, and I'll put them in a case. And I got tons of cases. I got my Polys, my Lumies, my Holbees. They're all in cases. And so I'll either put them in a case, or I'll just take them, if this is a nice tin, I'll just take them out of the plastic and just put them in here, which is what I've done here. So I'll dig through, and we'll get a little ASMR today as I'm digging through to find colors. But I just do not like those little plastic trays. They're so wobbly, and yeah. And someone on your left, yeah, Malibu, yeah, well, she just wants to nap. Miriam, she just wants to nap. Thank you, Kat. And these are really budget friendly. I don't know how much they're going for right now. I think when I got them, I first got one set, and Samantha liked them so much she wanted them for one of her fashion classes, and so I gave them to her, and so I bought another set. So this is my second set of Woomers, and I don't remember what they run. $19 maybe? I don't know. Maybe Kat noticed when she looked up the link. I did not notice. Y'all can tell me if you go click on that link that Kat put in. So we're going to use the Woomers to start with. I'll probably use some Posca, and I always reserve the right to use black and white Poscas because nothing, especially a white, nothing beats a white Posca. I'm sorry, none of my most expensive pencils are not as good as my white Posca. I mean, my white Prismacolor, Although I do also like highlighting with the white Posca. So let's see. Watercolor brush markers, thrifting yesterday, and makes, let's see, yesterday, and they're like new. Juice, I'm not familiar with the brand. Anybody here? Uniquely Creative? I don't think I've ever heard of them, and makes, but I got to tell you, I stopped over at Views, and View, as she's got a girl crush on you, and she loves what you do. She likes it. She's talking about, she goes, someone needs to tell Ann Makes that I'm safe. Because I want to follow her. I guess she wants to follow you or something, Ann Makes, but she loves your channel, Ann Makes. So just FYI, if you see View, I haven't seen her this morning. I don't know if she's working or what, but just if you see View and Make, she really, she likes your channel. I'm just going to say that. So yeah. Hi, Angie. Let's see, who else am I seeing? Okay, so Kat said they're 29 for 72. It's a good deal. Okay, there we go. I don't remember what I paid for them when they first came out. So, and like I said, I've bought the set twice, and they might have been different prices both times. Let's see. Yes, nothing beats a white Prismacolor for sure, Tina. And Tina, let's see, did I take a picture of your or I think I showed your last, I think I showed, yeah, I did. I showed it on what do you call it? Monday stream. But here's Tina, is Catacomic 64. It's not really showing up really well here. But if you go over to her IG, Tina is an amazing colorist as well. She's just so low key, and she doesn't shout herself out like she maybe should sometimes. But anyway, so Catacomic 64 is our Tina, and go follow her. And she's got more likes than this now. I took this picture last weekend, I think, when she first posted it. Oh, thank you, me. Like my garden. I post garden pictures once a week, usually on a Sunday. This time I posted this last Saturday because I just put the garden in on Saturday. So I posted this, but I usually post a new garden picture every Sunday to show the progress of my garden. So once a week on IG, and usually Facebook too. I'll post a picture of my garden growing until I start harvesting. Once it starts harvesting, then it's all kind of looks the same, so then I stop posting. But I just post once a week how the garden grows. And I did post, I can show you this in my pictures on my Instagram. I posted a Barbie photography. Did I keep it? Here it is. Hello, April. Welcoming in spring. So this is the me Barbie. This is the me. You can't see, she's got glasses, but this is the Barbie that's me. And there's the conspiracy chicken back there hiding in the eggs. But anyway, I posted that on Instagram too. I don't post everything on Facebook, but I do post all my art and creativity stuff on Instagram. Oh, Tina, it's a little hard sometimes in that Florida heat, Let's see. Scrolling. All right, put it in caps. Put it in caps if you're talking to me. Make sure you have all messages selected at the top of the chat window so you see all the chat. You have to do that yourself. Hi, Brooke with the knee. And Brooke with the knee, I noticed that I missed you on Monday when I scrolled through. Oh, the pollen here, guys, I don't have allergies per se, but this yellow pollen this year is like, I think it's one of the worst in the Atlanta area ever. I mean, you just take your car out into the driveway for 30 minutes, it's covered in yellow pollen. So a yeah, I'm drinking lemon water and hopefully I won't be, you know, coughing too much. Let's see. Oh, how does your garden grow it? Yeah. Yes, Judy. Oh, and I have four kinds of peppers, four kinds of tomatoes, cucumbers, and about 12 to 15 kinds of herbs. And yeah. Well, Denise was going to come down there. One of the places that she works, they're the parking lot. They're repaving, repaving the parking lot, so she can't go to work this week. And so she was going to come down, but she also does eBay and reselling, and she has a lot. She side hustles a lot, so. Anyway, she said yesterday she went to a bunch of thrift stores and found tons of stuff. She's been making great sales. And so I think, just wants to concentrate on that this week since she has the whole week off. She just wants to, zoom in on that, and rather than just coming down here and hanging out and playing with her mom. And, she wanted to get some work done. So, yeah. So, Angie, you can have her grilled cheese. Let's see. Okay. Is your Woomer color pencils? Yes, it's a 72 set. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it is. Should I count them for you? I can probably count them pretty fast. 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe not. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, maybe it's 60. Well, I should have just kept going, right? Maybe it is. Let's see. I'll do a proper count. Hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Yeah, it is. It's a 72 set, Tina. 72. And again, I just cannot stand that plastic. The pencils just fall out of those plastic cheap trays. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, just want her grilled cheese. Hi, B3 Barbie. Who else am I missing? Cat and Paste. Let's see. Today we're counting. Yes, you can do that. Okay. If y'all don't follow Cat and Paste also does amazing coloring on IG. So go follow Cat and Paste, and she does a lot of stuff with just Crayola crayons, guys. I mean, it's amazing. You have to go over there. Hi, CK, Chris. Well, I know you're always off to school. We never expect you to stay, CK, but thanks for popping in and saying good morning. All right, let me show you real quick. We're going to color out of this book today that me sent me this book. It's like all in French. And Tina's ordered it and it's coming in today. Tina's I'll do another flip through and we're going to color Pinocchio. Let me go ahead. I know if I zoom in, y'all aren't going to be able to see Malibu, but she's got her little eyes half open. She's a sweetie. Mama's a little sweetie. That's what I always say to her. All right, but I want y'all to be able to see a little closer. So let's go ahead and zoom in one. Let's see here. You can watch her little paw. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do a flip through this even more extraordinary things that cut out in Collage that View enabled me because I had not seen this one. I have two of the other pink ones. I might even have three, but I have used that over the years. I don't know how many years when it first came out. I've had it for years. and I really have used them a lot. So let's look at this one a little bit. I probably won't flip every page, but we'll do a thumb flip in here in a minute. But this one came out in 2024, so I think it came out about 3, 4, 5 months ago. I looked at the publication date on Amazon. So yeah, it's very cool. And so thanks, Kat. Kat's putting in links to this Funny Tales book. And so it gives you some examples here, shows you some tips and tricks, and then there's just tons of stuff. So if you're new to collage, I would recommend one or both of the pink or this one. The other one is Maria Rivens. This one is Ms. Gonzalez. They're easy to find though. And let me go ahead and give you the ISBN 978-1399-625. Wait, let me start over. It's not a 5. It's very small. 978-1399-62345. Okay, so that's the ISBN for it. But it's just such a variety in these books. So yeah, so thanks you for enabling me on another collage book. But y'all know I love me some collage. I do a lot of collage. I need to do another disc or two. The last 2 small discs I did send out this last Saturday to Dawn P. got one, and and Marguerite got one. Sorry guys, that pollen, I'm telling you. And I have the air conditioner on too to kind of clean the air out of the house because everything's covered in yellow pollen, and I'm also eating a banana. Let's see. Thank you, Kat. So yeah, look at all these cameras, and there's just so much. Especially a lot of these are good for the postcard size because they're small. I mean, there's large things in here too, but these are perfect for postcards, which y'all know I love to do postcards as well. And then my discs, I like the larger things. Here, let me just pull a couple of the last 2 I did on stream were these Collage Soup, these discs here. See, they're varnished. So these are the last the last 2 I did on stream were the 2 I sent out to Dawn P and Marguerite. But these are the last 2 that I did here. And then I did paint the backs and varnish them, and I outline them in gold or silver or copper. So these are large ones, so you can see what I'm talking about, the different in sizes. Plus, y'all know I'm working on, I know this is probably going to flash out my camera. Let me take off the white cover. I'll show you this again. I know. Let me take the white cover off so it doesn't flash it out too much. It's going to go on top of Malibu. Is my giant poster journal, and it's going to cut off here. I mean, you're not going to see the whole thing unless I zoom back out again. But you know, this size, I like doing huge collages as well, poster size. And this is a giant poster book. Here's the library. And so I'm still working on this one too. Okay, so, and also I'm always continuously working on, see if I can get this out without everything falling over. I'm always working on my red journal as well. So my red collage mixed media. I'll just do a quick little flip here. And I skip pages so that the spine doesn't warp. So I'm just trying to flip to the next one here. And they're all varnished, and I am outlining all these in gold as well. Let's see, here's the next one. And here's I think this is the last one. We did this one for, what do you call it? Daylight savings time. I need to outline this one in gold. I did varnish it, but I haven't outlined it in gold yet. And there's this one, my lemur library. And then this one, my little lady in the mushroom forest. So yeah, so I do, and then also my postcards. So I do collages in multiple different books and posters and everything. So these things I use all the time. I like that one too. I need to. Let me make a. I don't think I've made a print of the lemur library. Let me make a note. I live off my Post-it notes, people. Live off my Post-it notes. Okay, so let's keep flipping here for a minute. And so the size, some of these, like these little people, sometimes are hard to find in a lot of different varieties of poses and stuff in magazines and things. So having a book like this, you're going to really utilize a lot of the stuff that is in here. See, look. Then there's birds, fish, animals, you know, reptiles, sea creatures, dogs, cats, ships and boats, and seafaring accoutrement, transportation, airplanes, and then houses, buildings, temples, and then just random things, which I love the random things. Here's some windows, food, desserts. So you can see drinks, fruit, just more random. This is cleaning stuff and household items. This is grocery store. That's grocery store. UFOs, planets, space, artist, frames, musicians, music, bats and magicians and creepy kind of stuff. Then lots of letters, TVs, film, computers, phones, speech bubbles, then just kind of rows of borders and things, and then shapes, then some mountains, a blank, an empty house, and then some giant things that you could use to do all kinds of things with. You know, you could put little people on the chessboard. You know, I'm doing that big checkerboard poster, journal. You can put fish in here. You know, you can just do so much with these larger items with the smaller items. So, yeah. So, thanks, View, for enabling me. And so, yeah, more people in space and some buildings and some other things back here. So, okay. Hi, Christina. Let's see who else I'm missing. Thanks, everybody, for being here. So, yeah, but I'm not doing collage today. Maybe we'll do more collage on Monday. Let's see. Well, what did I get? I think the only thing I got this weekend, well, I got a couple little gifties at Hobby Lobby I'm not going to show, but then I also got a couple of these the Hobby Lobby mixed media, little small pads of a mixed media paper. They're normally $3.99 for 99. These are clearanced out for 99 cents. So I got 3 of these, and they're, you know, they're smoother than watercolor paper. It feels like about 90 weight, maybe 90 weight, and it's smooth but kind of heavy. So you could do some watercolor on it if you like the smooth paper. But this is called mixed media, and you can get these in all sizes of pads. All right, let's see. Let's fix the lighting. Got a little flashed out. Just turn the brightness down a little. There we go. But other than that, I don't really have any show and tell other than these books that I'm showing you today. I've already shown y'all the Woomer pencils when I first got them in, but we're going to try to use these today. All right, let me do a flip of this Funny Tales color book by Kevin Tao Art. And yeah, you can get it on Amazon. Let me see. 979-837-886-0913. And thank you, me, for sending it. You colored the Mad Hatter? Okay. All right. I haven't colored anything in it. Y'all are going to be the first to have me color. Hi, Devin. If y'all missed Devin's, she posted a video, and thanks for the shout outs on the video, Devin. She did an awesome mixed media collage, jelly printed, jelly plated, transfers. I mean, she did everything in that. She did everything in that video. Let me see if I can find her. I don't know if I can bring up my IG. We'll see. I'm pretty sure she posted on IG. I just went and watched the video. But if y'all haven't seen her finished piece, let's see what I can do here. Come on, come on. You know you want to. If I know I want to show something in the morning, I'll take a picture of it. Ah, here it is. I'll take a picture of it so I can just show you my photo of it so I don't have to go try to load IG. Here it is. And it's a round disc, and oh my gosh, she shows you the whole process from start to finish on this piece. Devin also comes on. Are you streaming today, Devin? Devin streams at 3 Eastern on Wednesday. So this was amazing. And thanks, Devin did a lot. She shouted me out for a lot of the techniques. And but trust me, the jelly plating parts, all Devin. I am not a jelly plater. Devin is an amazing and she did transfers and pan pastels, and she just did a little of everything. So okay, so yeah, Devin says she is coming on at 3. But look at that. It's beautiful. And she transferred the black image and then did pan pastel. It's a whole bunch of stuff she did. So go over there and give Devin some love on her IG, and also go find that video. Go watch that video. Oh, is View here? Hi, View. I showed the book you enabled me to buy, and also View. Ann Makes is here, and I told her to, you were okay. Because View goes, Aunt Makes, I love Aunt Makes, and she just needs to know I'm okay. So I did tell Ann Makes, I gave you a thumbs up. I gave you a thumbs up, View. To Ann Makes, because she likes Ann Makes videos. So anyway. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Am I missing anybody else? I'm probably Jennifer. Jennifer, hello. Did I say I think I said hi to Joe Lou. Let's see. So y'all make sure and y'all make sure and follow each other, because well, no, not really. We love you, View. All right. So, hi, Tex. Let's see. Okay. So, let me go ahead and do another flip of this book, then we'll get coloring. Hi, Missy Oz. Missy Johnson. Anybody else I missed? I did show this Monday. I think I showed it on Monday, but I'm going to flip it again because we're going to, let's see. I think I missed a page because we're going to color in it today. There's a little thumbnails of all the pictures in here. And I'm just going to do a quick flip. I said which one each one was. It's in French. I did say which ones they were when I did the first flip. So I'm just going to kind of do a quick flip this time. Oh my goodness. Y'all are so funny. That's cute too. I like all of them. They're fun and funny. They're funny tales. Funny tales. This is the one I'm going to do. I need to get a piece of board or something out. What did I do with it? I had one out here. What did I do with it? Don't know where I put it. I had a nice piece of, I don't want a piece of cardboard. I'll just get some I'll just get a couple pieces of cardstock to put behind. But this is the one we're going to color. We're going to color Pinocchio today. So, and yeah, I'm sure if you made a video, we would all know it. All right. So there we go. All right. So let me go back to Pinocchio. I did find me a Pinocchio reference because I did want to kind of color his clothes correctly. I say correctly, the Disney colors. You know, how Pinocchio is imagined or whatever. Let's go ahead and put this up under here. And let me get, I think I will clip this. Let's see. Where's my, I had a clip here somewhere. What did I do with this? Here. We'll clip this open and then I'll get a cardstock too. All right, let's see. A couple pieces of cardstock. I'm not going to, well, I say I'm not going to, I never know what I'm going to do, alcohol marker it, but I'm going to color pencil it. But this paper is thin, so whatever you do, even if you just color pencil, you're going to be making dents in the next page. So it's just best to get used to the habit of putting a piece of cardstock behind whatever you're coloring, but especially if you're going to do any kind of alcohol markers, because alcohol markers will bleed right through, and they'll bleed through everything, not just this Amazon paper. So yeah. All right, let's see. So I don't want to put a shadow here, but I want y'all to see I'm going to be digging through my woomers. Thanks, Devin. All righty. So let's see what I want to start out with. And I'm going to try to do as much as I can with pencils first before we get into any, I'll move some of them over here. So we're going to roll off the edge if I don't. Let's prop that up with something. Do I have a, don't have my Post-it note. Let me get a new pack of Post-it notes out. So I can just prop this up just enough so they're not rolling off the edge. There we go. All right. And let's see. I don't remember, do they have names or anything on them? Let's just look here. Yes, it does have the names, and it does. I think that's a light fastness row here. This one is a 4 out of 5. And it's a deep sky blue, and it's a WP211. I'm not going to read all these to y'all as I go. I'm just letting you know that they are on there. And let me get a sip of my lemon water. Hi, Tina in Sweden. Okay, I got my my T-Gall pencil sharpener, which I did buy a new one because I gave one to Samantha, one to Cameron, one to Anna. Joanne sent me a few of them, and I think I'm down to 2. One's in my portable bag, and then one's here on my desk. And so this one's brand new. So I bought a couple more. I love these. These are awesome pencil sharpeners, and you can adjust the size of the sharpening that you do. I usually keep mine on a 3. So yeah. All right, so I think I want this, and let's see, which one of these teals do I want? Do I want this one maybe? And y'all going to be hearing some ASMR because I will be, doing this, which I don't know if that bothers anybody, but it's going to be what it is today because I do not like those plastic tray things. My other option, y'all know how I keep my Prismacolors. They're all in a silverware tray with the yellow, oranges, reds, purples, blues, greens, neutrals. They're in a silverware tray. Now, these, I like this. I like the bin. I like the tray. I like it. But, I mean, the case, the tin. I like the tin, I just didn't like the plasticky, thin plastic things they're in. What I'll probably end up doing if I don't put these in a pencil case, I probably have room in one of them, maybe the one that has my Posca pencils in it, and keep the tin for something else. My other option is bundling them up with the rubber band by color family. So, yeah. Thanks, Kat. You don't, Kat, she's so good about putting in links. And just FYI, y'all be appreciative of that because she doesn't have to do it. Okay, so the hat, this is a cap as opposed to a hat that he has in real life. But I'm going to put a band here. I'm going to kind of try to make it kind of like his what do you call it? Like the hat that is in the real Pinocchio. But let's see. Let's see. I probably should zoom in some more. Let's go ahead and zoom in one more. Is that going to be close enough? I can zoom in even more, but it gets a little pixelated the more I zoom out. Let's see. Let's go ahead and refocus. Let's autofocus again. And maybe brighten it just a tad there. How's that look? Is that good, guys? Y'all let me know. I can zoom in more if y'all want me to. And these are they're very creamy and very smooth. They're almost a little smoother than Prismacolor. They're very smooth and creamy. Very smooth and creamy. I really like them. And I mean, for the price, somebody, I think Tina or Kat posted the link, and they're $29 for 72 at this moment. I don't remember what they were when I purchased them. Like I said, this is the second set I bought because I gave the first set to Samantha. So let's just go ahead and put that on there. And then maybe, of course, my white Prisma. Nothing works like a white Prisma. I'm just saying, nothing. I'm going to put a little bit of a little highlight there. And if you want more highlight, I recommend the Posca. You can get in there with just a little bit more highlight. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. All right, let's do his blue eyes. And I'm probably going to do them a little darker blue than they really, when I say really are or in real life, I mean the standard one as opposed to. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put his eyes in blue. And anytime you have a color book that has, and you want the eyes to, like the irises, the pupils to be extra dark, I think, because most color books, they're gray scale or they're gray line art. They're not black. So if you want the pupils, the nostrils, anything like that to be black, I use a Sharpie pen, not a Sharpie marker. Sharpie markers will go through. Sharpie pen will not go through. Oh, thanks, Fortnite. I will use a Sharpie pen for the blacks. Anything that I want really black that's tiny. I mean, like right here, I could get in there with a pencil. And I could get in here with a pencil with this too. It's just easier, like the inside of his mouth there, or anything really tiny that you want black. Maybe I should zoom in one more. Let's see here. Is that better? Let's brighten it up just a tad. There we go. That's pretty good. It's pretty. I'm trying to compare the colored I see to color here to make sure it's the same. And then, of course, with the Posca paint pen, I'll go in here and I'll do the highlights, and I usually add extra highlights, maybe an extra highlight in the, areas. And then I like to, the shadow in eyes, I like to use like a slate blue. Let's see, what do they call in this one? This is light ultramarine. It's the closest what I see to my slate blue. And I will put the shadow in the eye with the slate blue. And I'll blend it out with some of the white. And by the white, I mean my Prismacolor. Okay, now I'm going to darken around his eyes when I get to his wood body. You know, he's a wood. You know, he's a puppet. You know, the Sharpie pens 2D. I've been using them quite a bit lately. Yeah, I like my Sharpie. This is what usually when I'm journaling or writing or anything like that, I use the Sharpie pen because I know the consistency of it. It's fine point. It does not bleed through anything, not even Bible paper. It doesn't even bleed through Bible paper. Well, I mean, you could probably make it, bleed through, but All right, so there's a good start. Let's go ahead and get I'll go ahead and use my black Prismacolor as well. Let's go ahead and sharpen that. And I'll go ahead and do a little bit of shadowing in the dark shadowed area here. To blend rather than just fill. Okay, now I'll go back with my Posca and just put a little bit more on, a little extra highlight. Oh, the palm, I feel a sneeze coming on. I tried to mute you, but I couldn't find the mute button fast enough. Sorry. I couldn't find the mute button fast. Oh, I try to mute coughs and sneezes. All right, so there we go. What do I want to do next? I kind of want to do those little cherries there. Let's just put this right here for now. You can't see, that's another thing. When I'm zoomed in, you can't see the colors I have right here off to the side or what's going on off to the side if I'm so zoomed in, but that's okay. All right. Let's, do I want to do, I think I'll do his hat. His hat is kind of a gold, couple of shades of maybe yellow ochre and some gold, yellowy color, and then maybe a sienna or... What is this one? This one is, I'm not familiar with the woomers' names. And that's another thing that I don't like about certain pencils is when they put it on gold. See how that it's on gold writing? I cannot hardly see the name of that. I can't see the name of it on that gold writing. So, oh well. All right. So let's just go ahead and color the whole hat in yellow as a base. If y'all have questions, put them in caps. Am I missing anything? Put it in caps if you're talking to me, so I know I can address it as quick as I can. Flo, hi Riri. She's saying hi to Flo, I think. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and okay, then I'm going to take the next color, which is like an ochre color, yellow ochre, and do a little. They're very creamy. I really like these woomers. Okay, y'all see okay? Okay, now I'm going to take speaking of that, I took a white gel pen and rewrote the numbers on all my Derwent Inktense pencils. Oh, because I could barely see the names and numbers. My Inktense, what I did, because the colors are so different, from the Inktense colors, I made little, kind of like Janet. It's the only time I've ever done it that I can recall. Where Janet's taken and done little stickers, colored little stickers, and put on certain things. I did that with my Inktense. I took stickers, little tiny stickers. I cut them, like labels, like label stickers, and cut them down to size to fit around the base of the Inktense, and colored them and wet them, and so I could see exactly what color they were after they were wet and dried. And so that's how I did my Inktense, Tina. I did it with little labels. I think, and it's a lot of work. I'm going to say it's a lot of work to do that. Ask Janet. She's done a few things, but yeah. So I'm just doing a little bit of dark in here. And they're layering pretty well. I don't know, because they are softer and a little waxier than I can feel that Prismacolors are. I'm not sure how many layers you could really get with them. Like, with Prismacolors, if you're light-handed, you can get 5 or 6 layers with Prismacolors if you're light-handed. These are feeling like maybe 3. I'm feeling like maybe I could get 3, if I'm real light-handed, maybe 4. But I can just tell that it's wanting to build up quicker than because of the waxiness. Right, let me get my black Prismacolor here, because I'm going to want to get in here. And his hair is black, so I'm going to do a blue-black hair. Let's see. I just wrote the numbers on them as I use them. Ah, okay, Tina. But that white gel pen showed up great. It doesn't, a gel pen sometimes has a tendency to smudge off. It's sticking. The gel pen is sticking, Tina. So thanks everybody for being here. Thanks all the people in the balcony. We don't do as many coloring books as we have done over the years. And I have literally hundreds of videos, hundreds of coloring videos. So if you like coloring, I do have tons and tons of techniques and coloring videos. So I just don't do them as much anymore, but there's plenty in my playlist. I have a color book playlist. So, if you just want some more color book videos, there's plenty of them. Put a little shadow right there under that cherry there, and then I'll take my light yellow and kind of blend it all in. I can see it starting to, like, this is probably my 4th layer, and it's wanting to kind of flake up a little bit, because it's that's about as many layers I think as I can get on there with this. You said, I found you coloring in Dark Songs coloring book. I just got that book. Oh, the Daria song. Yeah. The time books. Yeah. I think I have there's 3 or 4 of those view. There's 3 or 4 of those Daria song. And I don't know why this is why is this jiggling? Let me see what I got going on up here. It should not be jiggling at all. Let's see what I got. Okay, it's not touching anything. That's why I'm so careful that my camera on the yardstick is not touching anything, so that I'm not jiggling the table. But anyway, let's see. But yeah, I've done a few pages in the Daria song books view. let's see, my Camilla Del Recco videos back. I know. I love me some Camilla Del Recco, as View would say. I do like me my Camilla books. And I think I have all, I think there's one I don't have that's a compilation. I might, but I have most of her books. And I also have her art books, her drawing, how to draw, how to paint. She has other books out too. I have her how to draw and how to paint books, how to do her, it's not called creepy manga, but that's what it kind of is. I met her at Comic Con and was looking for ideas on how to make her coloring books look cool. Okay, okay. Let's see. Two now, and I'm on the hunt for the rest. Yeah, I'm not sure how many Darias. Are you talking about the Daria song ones, View? That you have two and you're looking for the rest? Yeah. I do like music, and I show her books occasionally. Let's see. Tex said she's coming out with a cat coloring book. Okay. I might have it in my cart because I think somebody told me about it. I might have put it in my cart. I don't remember. Let's see. Devin said she has two. Yeah, I have two of the Halloween ones, and I do pull them out. I pull the one out that I work in every year. I've worked in it now, I think 4 years, 3 or 4 years, and I try to do a couple pages every October. But y'all know I also do Inktober during October. So yeah. And I'm even rethinking that. I think I've done it 10 years now. I think I've done Inktober 10 years, completed it for 10 years. And the last 4 years I've done posters, or maybe I skipped a year and did something else in between, but I've done like 4 posters where I color, I draw ink in just a little something something every day, and you don't see the full piece till at the end of the month. If y'all, I always say this, I'll show it to you at the end of the stream, and then I never remember to show y'all things at the end of the stream. And y'all remind me at the end of the stream, I'm going to go, oh yeah, I forgot I was going to show them that. uh, let's see. Tina says I enjoy October because I look forward to seeing. Oh, thanks. And every October I have been doing something out of the Camilla book, the Halloween. It's called Creepy Cool. I forget exactly what it's called, but anyway, the Camilla Creepy Cool Halloween one. And then I do my Inktober, and I also do a collage, mixed media collage, a pumpkin every year. And I do post them all on this. They're all on Instagram. All this stuff I'm talking about is on Instagram. Okay, so his little shirt, which you don't see too much, is a light yellow. So let's see. Let me see about it, even like a lemon yellow here. And this one, can I see the name of it? Cream. This one's called Cream, but that's kind of the color of his shirt. And it's a little bit different. Like in the real one, there's no cuff right here on his, there's no cuff on his sleeve. And he has a white collar. Where's the rest of it? You can't even see maybe just this little bit right here. Because that's the collar right there. Can't really see much else. That might be a piece of the shirt. No, I don't know what that is. Right back in there. All right, so then we'll do a little bit of shading. Let's do a little bit of the brown. Let's just do a little bit of shadowing. And also in my color book playlist, I will do, I show you how I use pan pastels, watercolor, watered down acrylics, different kinds of pencils, Poscas, how I use all different kinds of techniques. So, yeah, go scrub through my color book. Those, when y'all watch those, that counts as views toward my channel. So, well, anybody's channel, if you go back and watch their playlist videos. So yeah, go check out a couple of my playlist videos. I rarely tell y'all, oh, sub, thumbs up, cat Kat and Tina will do that for me. But, I mean, I think everybody knows to sub and thumbs up. And, you know, let's see. So that's the only piece I see of his little shirt. I'm gonna go back to my I'm gonna go back to the what did I do with it? Here. Is this it? No, that's here it is. Go back to the slate blue for the collar here. Just put a little bit of shadow with the collar. You could put gray too, but blue just gives it more life than just gray, I think. So I'm going to do just a little bit of shadow there with the blue and then blend it out with the white. Let me sharpen. And also, anytime you use your white pencil and you go over something dark like this brown or anything dark, you want to resharpen your pencil or double check that it's not got, that you haven't picked up pieces or from that color. Otherwise, like if I started coloring something like this white collar and I had just gone over the blue, I might have blue on the tip there and it's going to get in that collar. So you want to always check the tip of your white pencil, especially if you're doing portraits and skin. We've also done pan pastel coloring. And again, Devin just did pan pastels on that piece I showed y'all earlier. You'll have to go watch that. Don't go watch it right now. I haven't seen you base. Yeah, I usually do base at something with watercolor, watered down acrylic, alcohol markers. I usually base my color books on one of those three things because, for one, it's quicker. And when I'm streaming, I try to get as much coloring done as possible. And I like the feel of going over like a watered down acrylic paint with color pencil. But again, I want to clarify, I use matte craft paint when I do that. Watered down, or even if it's a background, it's not even watered down. But if I water down any kind of craft paint to do a base, I like Americana Deco art, but any kind of craft paint that's matte. Otherwise, your pencil will not go over it. If you put down metallic, I mean, you could hard press and really work it at it, and but it's not any fun. So if you really want to do a base coat of something, like let's say I wanted to do all those leaves, I could do a wash of green right there and get the whole thing based down in like 2 seconds. 2 seconds, I could have all those leaves base coated, and then go back over and shade with pencil. Okay. And it's a very satisfying feeling doing that because you've already got a base, you've already made some progress, and now all you have to do is go in and shade and highlight your base. Today I didn't do that because I thought, well, let's use the Woomers and just try to do it from scratch. Just for something different. Hi, Ego. Anybody else coming in I might have missed? But you are correct, Devin. I almost always do a base when I'm coloring anything, That is true. Okay, let's see. And he doesn't have a feather in his hat. I mean, there's one on the real Pinocchio. Okay, so they're trying to mix it up. They're trying not to duplicate it exactly because Disney does not like you doing that. Publishing their stuff, copying it exactly. So it is changed up enough. Here he's got some tennis shoes on, some sneakers, some the designs are different in the clothes and stuff. But I'm trying to do the same colors. I'm trying to do the same colors, even though things are a little different. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and do the vest. Is a kind of a dark blue. It's kind of, what is it? I can't hardly see it on that gold writing. Prussian blue, I think. So I'm going to do his vest here. I'm just taking my time. I mean, it's not like y'all hadn't seen me color before. I just wanted to play with the Woomers and this book that Me sent me. Me sent me this book. And so Malibu, are you bathing over there? She is. I don't know if y'all can hear her. She's right next to me. So, and also if she falls asleep, she'll snore. Then y'all might be able to hear her if she's right there. I'm not sure if that's part of the vest. We're going to make that part of the vest though, because I'm not sure. And put a light layer down here. Then we'll go with the other blue. But yeah, for a couple years, that's all we did was just color, 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 color. Probably for 3, maybe 4 years, we did lots and lots and lots of coloring. Hi, Nancy G. The original Italian Pinocchio is really interesting, and this little guy looks like a mix of the Disney and the 19th century illustration. Okay, thanks, Nancy. Let me click on Nancy. Thanks, Nancy. I did not know that. That this looks like the combo of the two. And thanks for visiting, Nancy. I'm not sure if I follow you, but I'll go look check out your channel later. Anytime y'all see new people, make a note of them. I know y'all can't click unless you're a mod. You can't click directly and go to people's channels like you used to. But make a note to go follow people. All right, let's see. I think I will then maybe take this one more layer here of a light blue, the slate blue. The little vest is pretty dark. So I think I want to keep it that way. Keep a light touch, especially when you first start a section. Do a light touch with your penciling. You can always darken it, but once you get those layers of, especially if it's a wax pencil, built up, there's really no going back. You can't really. I mean, I guess you could erase some of it, but you don't have to do that. Just do a light touch until you get build up the colors, and then you can have more freedom to blend when you do that. Okay. See, even with those 4 layers, I could still add a little bit of white there. All right, let's see. Oh, hi, Mama 4. Oh, well, thanks, Nancy G. It's good to have you. Let me get me a sip of my lemon water. All right. His pants are a red. Let's get a couple shades of red here. Red and maybe a dark brown. Let's look at what these look like. All right, so this is like a sienna. I had this one. I like this. This is more of a rust color. What is it called? Madder red purple. I'm trying to read some of the colors off to you, but they are a little in that gold, in that gold. And this one is, I'm trying to catch the light just right, carmine, and this one is, can't see that one. I can't see that one. All right, but that one needs sharpening. Hi, Foxy Colorist. Foxy Colorist, I know her from View's channel. Good to see you, Foxy. Foxy is a colorist. Y'all follow Foxy Colorist. I think she's really trying to build up her channel, too. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and start with the red matter. No, I don't know what this one. I can't see it. All right, well, we're going to start with this and do the pants. And then there's blue kind of stripes in here, and I'll probably do a blue cuff, even though there's no cuff on the other one. But that's good to know about the 19th century fairy tale. I mean, I'd like to go back and see who did illustrations back in the day. I'm sure there's illustrations of Pinocchio from back in the day. They're not fresh in my mind right now. And you don't have to you can do this. You don't have to copy whatever anything's done color wise. You can do whatever color. And usually I will color anything, just whatever color. But again, sorry for the voice, guys. I think it's all the pollen. So I keep trying to take a bite of banana or a little lemon water. And there's no real shirt, so this shirt I'll have to just do that with I'll just do that with the slate blue and leave the shirt white. Maybe we'll do the buttons like a yellow, like they're gold or something. Do a white shirt. So yeah, I started reading the Cracked Spine series, book 10. Thank you, Debbie, for that recommendation. I've read over the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, however long it's been. I read all 9 back to back. It's the only fiction book I've been reading for the last 3 weeks is the Cracked Spine series. And the number 10 just came out. I pre-ordered it. And I got it yesterday. Written in stone, Paige Shelton. So it's a Scottish bookshop mystery, and I won't give any spoilers, but she worked in Kansas. I'm going to color while I talk. She worked in Kansas in a museum, and her position was eliminated, closed. I forget exactly what the reason was, but she answered an online ad to a bookshop in Scotland, and just on a whim, said, I'm going. And it's an amazing bookshop, and the people in the bookshop, the owner of the bookshop, and all that. And it's just good character building. She has good character building, and they always carry over well. You're not ever wondering when you go from book to book, like, what's this person? Who's she? She draws them over to the next series really well. And then, of course, they're cozy mysteries. So there's always a murder, and she solves the murders, the usual cozy murder mystery books. And but the characters are just really good, and the story plots are really good. I just really liked them. Really like this series. So I've read all but the newest one I'm in the middle of now. Well, 2 chapters in. So yeah. I would recommend, if you could, to get the Cracked Spine. Let me tell y'all the name of the first one. I think it's just the Cracked Spine, but let me tell y'all the names. I would recommend at least 1 or 2 in order. I like to read them in order. If I find a book that I like, I will make a list, just like the Sister Fidelma books. There's 29 of them, I think. I got them all written in order, and read them in order, ordered them in order. I'd order 3 or 4 at a time. Some off of thrift books. If they weren't on thrift books, I'd buy a new copy. And of course, you could always go to the library and get them. You can get them in order there. And if you have, loan lending library where they don't have them in their library, they can find them for you. And so anyway, the first one is the Cracked Spine, and that's the name of the bookshop in Scotland. So it's all about Scotland, and it's just really good. The cities, and there's one even about the Loch Ness Loch Ness monster. I really like that one, Debbie. I really like the Loch Ness monster one, and I like the short story that she had at the back of, I forget which book it was at the back of, but it was a Christmas story at the back of, like a short story at the back of one of the books as well. So this one is book 10. And, but yeah, the Cracked Spine is the name of the bookstore, and everything's in Edinburgh, and, what else? I'm trying to think of what else I could tell y'all without giving you spoilers. And, Probably not a lot else, but there's her picture. She has a new picture. This is her newer picture in the last 3 or 4 books. So, and she lives, I think, in Arizona. Am I correct? Yeah, she lives in Arizona. And I did not see, I don't think she is on Instagram, Debbie. Do you? I think I looked her up on Instagram and I did not see her on Instagram. But anyway, I'm really enjoying her book. So those are the last 9, and this book number 10 is the only fiction I've read for the last, say, month. I usually only am reading one fiction book at a time, but I read multiple nonfiction at the same time. I have stacks that I read at the same time of nonfiction, but I rarely read more than one fiction at the same. Sometimes I have done so, but most of the time I'll get into a fiction series and I'm so invested and involved in the story that I'm just want to read just that one. Let's see. Kitty Jen, who else am I missing? All right, so let's keep going here. Let's get the lighter red. Put a nice little coat there of this. And like I said, I'm going to put blue trim. This little area here and that and the little cuff, I'm going to put blue trim. So I'm just putting a nice light base coat. Usually what I start with, a nice light smooth base coat, and just build up your layers. Anybody got any questions or anything? It is a cute picture, isn't it, Tina? And I'm taking my time, guys. I am just taking my time. I'm not base coating with acrylic paints or pan pastels or anything. I'm just doing it, just taking my time and enjoying the little Pinocchio. Aren't you done bathing yet, Malibu? Oh my gosh, you just bathe, 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 bathe. Usually it doesn't, I'm not attuned to that when she's just sitting next to me, but when I'm streaming, I'm hearing every little lick that she's doing over there. So does anybody have any plans they're doing the rest of the week or this upcoming weekend? What kind of artsy stuff are you doing? I know you said these were creamier pencils, so what do you like better? Well, I am so used to, for one, the Prismacolors, I can tell you, I can probably get more layers. If you liked lots of layers, 4 or 5 layers, Prismacolors will these build up pretty quick. Like I said, 3 or 4 layers, and it's starting to feel waxy. But these are very creamy and very smooth. And if you can't afford $100 set of Prismacolor, this would probably be my second choice. I mean, I like the Polys, the Holbees, the Loomies, but they're very expensive. I mean, if you're doing portraits and stuff like that, but if you're coloring in your color books and you want these are good. These are good. Hi, Joanne. Especially if you're new. If you're new to coloring or new to color pencils, you've not ever used Prismas or any kind of color pencils before. I always recommend Prismacolor because I've used it for 50 years, probably 55 years. I've used Prismacolors back when they were called, before they were Premier, they were Prisma, they were Sanford, they were Barrel. Before Barrel, they've been different names throughout the years. And sometimes they've had good years and sometimes they've had bad years, depending on where they were made. But I'm so used to Prismacolor. So yeah, Tina, they are similar because they're soft and creamy and waxy. But you can't, I'm feeling that I could not get 5, 6, 7 layers with these But maybe you don't want 5 or 6 or 7 layers. Maybe 3 or 4 layers is enough, you know? So, yeah. Okay, I need a little bit of more browny color in here. So would I recommend these? Yeah, I think they're good. I like them fine. I've not used them enough. And how long will they last? Are they, they're going to break when they get shorter? I can't tell you all that because I haven't used them for years and years. They don't have, you can't see their core. You can't see their core. Like on Prismacolors, that's one of the things that you can do on Prismacolor is, and this one's just a little tiny off, but when you buy your Prismacolors individually, always check the core and make sure it's centered. If the core is not centered, when you go to sharpen them, they're going to be breaking and breaking and breaking. You always want to make sure that now, if you buy a whole set, you're at their mercy. But if you buy a whole set of 150 or something, and all the cores are off centered really bad, I would send them back and get another set because you're going to be breaking and breaking, and so you want to make sure that the cores are centered. See that one right there? See how centered that is? But if you look at them in the store and you see them all in the little bins, look at the cores, and I can guarantee you there's going to be some that are not centered. And when I go to Blick, well, I don't go that often, a couple, once every year or so. But anytime I go to like an art supply store and I see Prismacolors, because I love me some Prismacolors. And if I see Prismacolors that are all jacked up, I will tell them. I said, you know that all those are not going to sharpen well, don't you? A lot of them don't. They're usually college kids, working in the art supply store. But I will tell them those cores, if they're not centered, will not stay. They will not stay sharpened, and they'll break. Let's see, open stock. I get my they have them at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure if my Michaels, yeah, I think Michaels does, but Hobby Lobby's so close to me. If I need anything like it, and trust me, I won't need any color pencils. I inherited my mom's double set, my Uncle Gary's double set. I have boxes of extra, do I have them sitting right here? Um, Boxes of whites and black. Plus, I have, like I said, I inherited my mom's set and my Uncle Gary's set, which I'm the one that turned both of them onto coloring. And my Uncle Gary was always he was a wood carver and an artist and painter. And in his later years, he wanted to do something less messy because he was an oil painter. So I said, well, do color pencils. So he got into color pencils. So I inherited all. I will not ever run out of pencils. But if I, but I'm saying I have in the past have had to buy individuals, and I know my Hobby Lobby sells them. One of the problems with buying them off the rack is you don't know if people have dropped them, and that could cause breakage. Now I know there's ways to heat them up and stuff to read. They're $1 or whatever, maybe 2 at the most. And I'm just personally not going to spend, any kind of time heating up if they're broken inside. And you don't even really know if they're broken or if they're not centered, yeah. So, let's see. Fortnite said cores are my only complaint for Prisma because I have you've had that happen. Yeah, well, again, if you get 1 or 2 in a big set, I'm not sending them back for that. But if you get a whole set like 150 and there's 100 of them that are not centered, I definitely would be sending them back. So okay, sorry, all that got a little sidebar there, and now I need to get in here again and start getting to work. I hear Malibu's just snoring. She's snoring now. I could probably move the microphone up close to her, y'all could hear. Oh, well, if she gets louder. You hear me talking about you, Malibu? She raised her head up. If y'all didn't see, she's right. I don't know if you can hear. Grab the light again. So thank you, Me, for this book. Let me see. I don't know if no, I better not try to move my microphone. Knowing me, I'll unplug it or something. Let me see here. Hang on. Hang on. Of course, when I put the video right up next to her, she stops. Let's see if we can hear her. Wait, let me start it over. Okay, you can hear right at the very beginning. Here we go. Did you hear? Yeah, she's a snorer. Let's see who else there's. Tina's had to return a couple sets because of the core. Amazon replaced them without any fuss. Yeah, Amazon's good about replacing things and taking things back. They really are. Oh, thanks, Me. So, let's see. She is adorable, cat. Let's see. Okay, let me get back to a little bit more blendy here. Blend this in. I'm still not. Again, I'm trying not to over. These are not going to let me put 5 layers, so I'm kind of being a little aware of how many layers I'm putting on here because I can feel the wax buildup. But they're still very smooth and creamy. I'm saying they're, if you've never used color pencils before, you're not going to get a 72 set of Prismacolors for $29. I mean, they'd really have to have a ginormous sale for that to happen. So, and I am taking my time, guys. I hope you're not too bored because I am just chillaxing here today. If you want to see me do something with, watered down acrylic paint as a base, I will find another page to do that on if you want to see that. If you've not seen me do that, let me know. If you've not seen me do a acrylic paint base, I will do that on another page. But if I'm not going to do it just if you've seen it, then I'll just keep working here. Get some nice dark reds down here. And anytime I color, which I don't color as much as I used to by myself, I'm usually now more doing collage in my personal artwork. When I'm not streaming and I'm doing my personal artwork, I'm probably more doing collage than I am coloring these days. Yeah. Right, Tina? Hi, Shelly. Let's see who else I might be missing. All right, let's just stop on that for a minute. And then that's just his wooden leg here, so I can't see the other side of his other pant leg. There's no other pant leg. And if you have a hard time with hard pressuring your pencils, see how far back I'm holding my pencil? Part of that is so that I'm not blocking the coloring from you guys. I will hold my pencil farther back just so y'all can see me color. But it also will take away, trying to get down there, like that. If you hold your pencil back like this, you're more apt to do light pressure, light coats. All right, let's see here. Let's put a little bit of highlight on his shirt right here. The other thing about a Posca, and I tell y'all these tips all throughout my coloring videos. I got hiccups now, lemon water hiccups. If you want some extra highlights with the Posca, you put down your white Posca, and as soon as it's dry, gotta make sure it's dry, because if you try to go over your wet Posca with a pencil, you're just going to scrape it off. But once it's dry, you can go back over that. You can go back over your white Posca areas with the color, and it will just take away the bright white, yet it will still retain a vibrant highlight for you. Okay, so you can do that too with the Posca. Hi, Kathy Berg. Who else am I missing? You're like, oh, thanks, Linda. Thank you, Linda Reary. I hope you're doing well. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get my medium blue, and I'm going to go ahead and do the trim on his clothes and do a... Okay, do a little trim there. And then on his shirt, I'm going to want this to be very bright, the little seam, or where the the shirt meets up right there. And the buttons, I'm going to want like a yellow. I mean, you could actually put a gold gel pen. Maybe I'll do that just to be doing it. Oh, let's see here. Let's see if this one works. So I'll do the buttons gold. And then I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a giant button or a brooch or what that's supposed to be, but I'll go ahead and do a gold around that too. To give it a little oomph. And the same thing when I go to do these joints here, I might do those in silver, like they're some kind of, not lead, but some kind of, they're not brass. I guess I could do them gold and have them be brass. The joints, the little metal joints. All right, but I'm going to stop real quick to do the cherries, I think, in the tree. Did anybody say, hi, sister, hi, girl? Did anybody say they have not seen me do watered down acrylic paint? Has everybody seen that and how it works to give you a nice base really fast? Okay, let's see. Let's do all the little cherries. I'm just doing the mid-tone red. I should speed it up a little, shouldn't I? I'm just sitting here chilling and talking. Then I'm going to take the darker red, and let's do that. It's supposed to get up to 92 today. Oh my gosh. I think it's going to stay probably in the 70s here. I have my air on because of the pollen. I mean, I could probably open all my windows and have it nice and cool, but it's also going to put a coat of yellow pollen in my house. Let's see what we're going to get up. 68 right now. It's going to get up to 84. It's going to get up to 84. It's cloudy though, so it doesn't feel, warm at the moment. I am enjoying my garden. We had that storm come through on Monday. We had a tornado warning, and that storm came through, and so my garden got a good soaking. I want to just put a little bit of lighter. Again, I'm going to show you after I do this red on these cherries with the white pencil. Look. See? See how there's red on there? Can y'all see the red on the tip? You don't want that to be there when you go to do something like flesh, portrait or anything. So you want to either take, and you can just go on another sheet of paper and kind of color it off. Because see, look, see that right there? That would have gone on to something else. Okay, so let's go ahead and now do a little highlight, a little cherry highlight here. Malibu, you snore so loud. Now, when that dries, although I probably will like a nice white highlight on the cherries, but you can go over that white with the light red and knock back so it's not a bright white. It's going to feel like 94. Freezing rain and makes up there in Canada. Ugh. I lived in Alaska for 3 years. I know. I hear you. All right, now I'm going to take my red again, the bright cherry red, carmine red, and get right up under that highlight. And also keep your pencil sharp is another tip. You'll probably know all this. Y'all watch enough coloring people, But when we first started, there weren't as many color book people as there are now. And there's some good ones out there, I'm telling y'all. If y'all are just getting into coloring, oh my gosh, y'all are so blessed to have so many people out there that you can learn from and get supply techniques and all that from. Yes, this Kitty Jen, it is. I'll show it again. I've showed it at the beginning. I showed it on Monday, but I'll show it again. Right now, I got the pencils. Everything's laying on it. So, and I got it, I got it clipped and all that. So, yeah, it is. It's a fairy tale book. Let's see. And the girls put the link earlier. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and do his hair. And I'm going to do a slate blue hair. And then it's going to, with black. So it's going to look, that's going to be the highlight is the blue. So I'm just going to get a nice base here. The blue will be the highlight. I probably should do the puppet strings gold too. Might do that. Okay, now let's see. Let's go with the darker blue here and get in some of the individual hairs in between. And then black. It's indigo blue. Where's my black? Where is my black? Where's my color? Did I pull it indigo blue? Maybe I did. Oh. Sharpen. Gold puppet strings, yeah. All right. If y'all have some favorite coloring people, go ahead and put them in or put their names in. Y'all cannot put direct links, but you can put names of the coloring book people you like to share with everybody. Tina and Kat are two here that I love. They don't have what Kat does do a little bit of videos. She doesn't do one like every week or anything, but Kat has a few videos. But if you want to see their work, You can find it on Instagram. If y'all and Tina doesn't do videos, so but if there's anybody that y'all want to shout out as far as colorists that y'all really are learning from, tell everybody so that people, I don't mind sharing people's, you know, sharing people out. So feel free to put the names in because there's some good ones out there. Jen's Coloring Corner text said, my colorful country life. Text said is she's a here, y'all go ahead and put them in and I'll click on them for people. All right, so text said this one, my colorful country life, and I may or may not follow these people as well. I don't go to coloring channels as much as I used to because I'm doing so much collage these days, but I will shout out all these coloring people that you will that you should follow. Okay, of course I follow Cat and Paste and Tina both on Instagram, but Cat and Paste does have videos. So let's see, I'm looking, and there Cat put a link to Cat and Paste. Who else do I want? Y'all want to shout them out? Okay, Ego said her favorite is Lisa Mitrokin. I know I'm not saying that right. I don't think I know who that is, Ego. Well, I'll go find them later. I will follow people just because I'm not doing a lot of coloring now and watching a lot of colorists. I'll still go follow them and support the channel, right? You can still go support the channel. Thanks, Jen. Let's see. And Kat, do not feel a fear. You do not have to put all the links in, Kat. She's so kind to do so, but you do not have to. Yes, and I do follow Zucchini Kitty. Yes, and I started following Spare Room Studio kind of recently, within the last few months, Debbie. I don't go watch every video, but I do. I get notifications. I get notifications for Spare Room. Who else? Let's see. Yeah, they're saying Zucchini Kitty. I'm trying to shout them out for you guys. Kat said Helen Bolick. Sounds kind of familiar, but I'm not sure. But y'all, if y'all have favorite colorists, put them in there. Nico Simi Coloring. Karen, yeah, the country life. Karen's on my country life, my colorful country life. Thanks, Brooke, with an E. I know there are so many good channels, right, Devin? Devin is my go-to for jelly plating. So I do watch Devin Rex for art for jelly plating, and I do watch Eddie Makes Art. Eddie Makes Art does some good jelly plating videos too, and Carrie the Crafter. Carrie the Crafter is the one that we just did the Mixed Media March 25 challenge for the month of March. Let's see. Okay, I do follow her. Tina. I don't know if I know Colored by Maya. I'm not sure if I know her, Debbie. Let's see. There's Tina's favorites. Yeah, y'all need to follow Cat and Paste, and she's one of our, regulars here. So we want to always shout out our regulars. If you're here as a regular, we want to shout you out regularly. We want to shout out our regulars. Cat and Paste loves coloring artworks. Lucy just adds color. Thanks, guys. This will give y'all lots of people to watch. Don't forget to go watch my playlist too. I got lots of coloring pages, lots of coloring videos. I just don't have them recent. You have to go to my playlist. So, well, all right, guys, and we'll check all those out later. All right, let's see what was. Oh, it was on his hair here. And, we got to support each other's creativity and channels. So we try to do that here as much as possible. All right, so I want him to have black hair, so I'm going to just kind of make sure that it's really dark up here, up under the hat. And I should tell you this too, if you're not used to coloring and faces and stuff, this black hair that I'm doing here, it would probably behoove you to do that after you do the skin. It's going to be brown, so it won't be so bad. But if you're going to do a real light skin something, especially like that's why I haven't gone around the eyes yet with black, because then when you go in here with your flesh tones, you might pick up some of that black and smear it. So it's probably best to do, like I do a lot of portrait faces and stuff. If you're doing eyelashes, eye makeup, and stuff like that, you don't want to put those eyelashes in and then try to color around the eyelashes to do the skin. You want to do the makeup last, so that you're not smearing it and trying to color around all those little things. Because I also, when I'm doing hair and stuff like that, I do like to put like little wisps and stuff, but I'll do that at the final. And you can do that with the Posca. And then it'll give you some cool highlights and effects where the hair's kind of sweeping over or swooping down or anything like that. You want that to be kind of last if you're not used to, coloring it. Okay, so let's see. What else on that? Creative Paula coloring. I don't think I've heard of her either. Yes, don't forget our coloring view, Devin. Yes, coloring view is a hoot now. I'm just going to say. I mean, I'm not going to try to apologize for how she is or who she is, but she's a hoot. You got to just be, view is view. And I love me some view. Oh my gosh. I think it depends on View's mood. She has two channels. Go to the coloring one. Go to the coloring channel of Views, right? If View's still here, go to View's coloring channel. Foxy's laughing at me. Foxy knows. uh, but I do. View's just one of the most, honest, forthright people around. All right, so let's put a little bit more blue in his shirt collar there. It's white, but there's a shadow up under there, right? And I do like to tease View, and she teases me, and we're good with it. All right, let's see. So now I'm going to go ahead and get some skin tones. I like this color for the dark, and maybe one. Let's see, what's this one? That's a little. He's pretty. He doesn't have too much dark shadow, but maybe I'll pull a dark brown just in case. All right, let's see what else we got. Malibu's looking at me like, what? What is all that? You're waking me up. Waking me up, Mom. Okay, maybe this brown. That's too much the same. Let's get this one. This one is kind of the same as that one. Maybe a little bit different. All right, I'm going to go with these colors right here for the skin because he's wood, Wouldn't you know it? So let's go ahead and just start with the base. I'm just going to base coat his whole body with this golden brown color. What is it? Can I see it? Light yellow ochre. Oh, they're so hard to read. I mean, you really, guys, they're so hard to read the names. All right, let's go ahead and do a base coat on all the wood. If we have time, I'll do some little section in the book with some acrylic base or something. I haven't done his shoes or nothing yet either. But like I said, I'm just kind of taking my time today and just chit-chatting and shouting out. I'm trying to keep it pretty light though, because like I said, I don't know how many layers they're going to, Woomer is going to let me get away with here. I think I want those little cherry things here to be kind of a, let's get a kind of a, some kind of a green. I don't want, here, an olive green. Let me sharpen this olive green. Okay, bye, Fortnite. And y'all go watch Fortnite too. I know she changed her name to Keeks Hunt, but I still call her Fortnite. And thank you for my card, Fortnite. Let's see. If you can't find Coloring Artworks channel, type in her name. There y'all go. Y'all have to write that down. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Thanks, Kat. All right, so I'm going to do some olive green little stems, and I'm probably not going to color the background. I'll just probably leave the background. Maybe I'll put a little bit of blue or green back there, but I'm not going to color it in solid like I usually color in a background. Me? Did you buy yourself this book? M.I. sent me this book. I wondered if she got, bye Tina. Tina Sweden. Hi Tracy. All right, let's see here. I'm just kind of looking around. All right, let's see. All right, let's go back to the light wood color. And when I do wood that has like, you know, the lines and the texture in the wood, I do try to do all that texture. I do try to do the wood texture. And I'm not quite sure, again, what I want to do. If I want to do these little hinges and parts of him being held together with gold. I should get out my gold paint. That's what I should do. I should get out my gold. This one's almost empty. I have a new one, but there's a little bit left in here. This is the best gold paint you can get. I'm just not kidding. And Deb E sent me the paste of this too. Brilliant gold mica, Kuretake. There's no brighter gold than this. Me and Janet love this stuff, and this one's almost empty. But like I said, I have another one I did buy, and they have a silver too. All right, let's see here. I'm just going to get all this based in, just so we have some color based here. Then we'll shade and stuff. Kuretake mica is pretty. It is, Tina, right? All right, did I get all the areas, the branches, and everything? I think. Oh, I didn't finish this blue down here on his pants. Let's do that. We'll get some little highlights in there with the Posca. And like I said, once the Posca dries, so like I can put a highlight right here. Smear it out. Now, don't go over that till it's dry. And then there's some kind of little design in here. I'll just kind of go over that little design. And once that dries, I can go back over it. I can go back over those designs with the light blue, and it'll still be vibrant. Let's get the little inside of the little buttons there, and that little, whatever that is on the neck. Let's go ahead and do a little lighter color, maybe no, that's a hot pink. Let's get just a little white, little tongue in there. And I'll do his mouth, the wood color as well. And all these little joints, I'll do those a wood color. Okay, Tina, thanks for stopping in. Okay, Debbie. I hope y'all are hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Thanks everybody for being here. We'll get to some details here shortly. I know it's just kind of flat coloring right now. All right, so now I think I'm going to get not the darkest brown, but this color, which is a burnt ochre. And I'm going to do some of the joints and some of the rivets. And let's just get those blocked in. His little fingernails, I'm going to do those. So we're going to start getting some darks in here. Shadow under the finger here. So I'm going to start with those, the rivets and the joints. Maybe I'll go around a little bit. These are going to be, I think, these little plates. The joint plates will probably be gold or brass. Gotta keep sharpening though, because they does wear down. Do y'all want me to speed up a little? Go into not fast mode, but faster mode. Because I've just been chilling and doing this kind of, feeling of the pencils, if you will. Okay. I have to do his shoe. I'm going to do all the little lines, the wood lines, as soon as I get this part done. Those little birds up there. All right, let's take a little bit of the white, sharpening that. Brown really changed. Yes. Thanks, sister. I'm going to do a little bit of the highlights in his hair here. And how dark do I want that to be? Let's do those little... All right, let's go ahead and take... I'm still not convinced to do the dark because it's going to look black, and I don't want it to do that yet. I want the darkest dark, so I'm just going to stick with this dark brown. Maybe I should zoom in now that we're doing more details. Let's see. Probably not be quite as crystal clear, but all right. So now I'm going to go in here where all the wood is, all the wood grain. Couldn't think of the word. The wood grain. Thanks, me. Let's finish his face. Almost got the rest of his face here. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Lindy. I'm gonna keep sharpening because I want it nice and sharp for these little lines. So I told y'all what my book I'm reading right now. What are y'all reading anything fiction in particular? Are y'all reading any fiction right now? I'll look up here in just a second. Maybe a couple little lines here and there. The next book I'm going to probably read after this is the the Baker Girls, the 25th anniversary of book number 1 mystery book. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Tracy, I'm glad you're here. Ego said, I'm just finishing Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson. I think Boo's got that on her list. That sounds familiar. It's an amazing series. I've just been reading my cozy mysteries lately. Like I said, this is book 10 in this series. And of course, if y'all like old Ireland, a woman that I just love Sister Fidelma. And if you liked Cadfael, Brother Cadfael back in the 80s, 90s, then you'll like Sister Fidelma. And Lady Jan told me about her. So I've read all those. I think I have one left. There's 29, I think, in that one. I think I've read 28 of those. And then also the Scone series. I can't think of the name of it. I have to look it up for a second. It's not right fresh. Finish on. Yeah, Samantha's reading Onyx text right now. Well, last I talked to her about her book, she's also doing, she works and goes to school and is taking 5 classes. So she reads when she loves to read, but she can't have as much time as I do. But Onyx is the last in that. I think it's 3-book series. She's got that one she's reading. All right, let's see. Just trying to keep getting all the little wood and shading at the same time. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks, lurkers. I know not everybody likes the coloring book times, but I like alternating between collage and other things we do, and I haven't colored for a while. Some people really like the coloring, some could take it or leave it, but there's all kinds of tips you can get when you follow people that color. Shading, blending, color selections. There's lots of things you can learn from a color book person. And just for the fact of just getting something in the leaves, I'm just going to take my, I might have time to do 1 or 2 leaves, but I'm just going to go ahead and put down some olive green on the leaves. And then you can go in there and add other shades of green, more shading, highlighting. But like I said, I do like a base of something. Since, we're doing just pencils today, I'm putting a base of the medium tone. Let's get the whole thing in here. And this is a very, very light coat, but really, you should kind of go with the direction of whatever it is you're coloring, like the leaves are going this way, or it just does help your pencil to blend easier if you go in the direction of the thing you're going to color. But this is a very, 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 very light coat, so I'm feeling okay about just going one way. Janet, are you still around, or are you taking a nap? You didn't have to clean the bathrooms today. Janet always teases when she gets here first thing. She's the first person here. I made the coffee. I cleaned the bathrooms. The door was locked. Stuff like that. She's always being funny about being the first one here. Don't forget, next Monday is the final day to let Janet know, preferably before the last minute, if you've got at least 90 of the 100 scavenger hunt items done for the scavenger hunt 2025. Watching the 2025, that will be Monday, guys. So get her done and let Janet know that you finished so she can put you into the list for the random drawing if you have completed at least 90 of the things. I think I might do a shoe red. Let's see. I could have done like a black and white, like a Converse or something, but we're going to go ahead and do red. Maybe with some blue trim. He's matchy matchy. I think I'll do that like a sock. So, but let's do a little bit of blue in here. So this will be like a little highlight on the white sock. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I'll do a BLB. I'll take a quick break. All this lemon water, you know. All right, I'll be right back. Denise was here. She'd entertain y'all for a couple minutes. 1 second. Okay. All right, let's see. Make sure my hands are dry if I get them on the paper. All right, let me get a sip of water. Bye, Foxy. Buy a banana. Okay. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more yellow ochre to kind of start to blend all the wood in. Just a little bit of yellow ochre in here. Again, I'm being aware that I'm not going to be able to put in as many layers as I will with Prismacolor. I mean, I just doesn't feel like I can put that many layers. It starts to feel like it's building up after just a few. So get another base of a little bit of a yellow in here in the wood. Do a little more shading. I wanted to make sure to get all the lines, all the veining, you know, of the wood in there. And you always just take your time when you're coloring. You don't have to rush. I mean, you know, sometimes when we're streamers are coloring, we feel like you know, if you want to get a bunch done, you got to kind of hurry. But when you're coloring by yourself, take your time and enjoy the process, you know? Okay, so there's a little bit of that. Now I want to add just a little bit of shadow and stuff. So I'm going to take my, again, we'll see how many layers I can get in here. I want to put in a little bit of blue shadowing in my wood here, just to give it a little bit more depth. I don't even know if that's really showing up, but I can see it. A little blue in the shadows. Then we're going to go in with a little darker brown. Slate blue is my favorite shadow color. It's really good for like in hair, and also like on animals and birds that have black like feathers or black fur or black hair. It's a perfect highlight color. Slate blue in anything that's black, like a raven, the black feathers of a raven, a Labrador, a black lab. You know, they're slick black fur. It's perfect for that. And then like Pinocchio's hair here. All right, now darker brown. All right. And I'm going to get in here and get some nice darks. You probably won't be able to see too much of this, but to really get that wood grain in there. Can y'all see that? All right. Sharpening. Hi, Goldie. Did I miss saying hi to you? just being quiet. I think of something else to talk about. Y'all mention the books y'all been reading. Y'all still talking books? Thanks, Kat. Haven't done anything with the leaves except a base coat. I think I'll do a Posca cord here and then go over that with the gold. It'll give me a base. Coloring is relaxing, isn't it, Lindy? Getting there, guys. All right, let's see what we can do now. He looks very wood-esque, doesn't he? I'm going to take my Posca and I'm going to do the lines, even though I haven't done, I would normally do this after I'd done all the leaves and everything else, but I want to be able to, you know, show a couple things. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the strings. Let's make sure it's flowing here. I'm going to go over the strings with the white. Just for one thing, it'll give the paper a little bit more oomph. I think I'll just go with it in that with the regular gold. Let's see here. I've done the little bluebirds. I guess I could base coat them just so they have something. Okay, let's get back a little highlight back on that. Okay, so I want to go back over that with some gold, I think. Maybe just a gold pen. But I really want those little joints to be like this gold. I think I will go ahead and get this gold on there. All right, let's go ahead and do the bluebirds. Let's do them. Just let's base coat them with the light blue. We probably won't get to shading them today, but we'll base coat them in because I want the little bluebirds of happiness in there. Is there anything else y'all want to see or do before with the coloring? You know, do you have any questions on coloring or anything before we finish up here in a few minutes? Let's just do a little bit of shading on here. I'll look up for any questions. Let's put a little highlight on them. The little eyes. Some little highlights on their feathers. Hi Jane. Anybody else coming in? No questions? All right, I want his little eyes to have enough highlight there. My sister-in-laws are texting and dinging. Let me move this out of the way so it's not right there by the... All right, let's see. Let's do a few little wood highlights, which I'm going to go over these with a light brown or a tan, but I got to let them dry. But this is going to give me some more wood grain effect. Let's give a little highlight on the nails maybe and around those little circles. I'll hold it up here when I get this part done so you can see it before I go back over it with the color. I know it's kind of small. You know, guys, I'm not looking at chat for just a second. Okay, let me do the gold and then I'll go back over these white lines because they're not meant to be white, but you'll see when I think I'm going to back out one and then I'll hold it up because it's kind of losing the color or something. Yeah, it's a little better. Kyoko. Hello. Hello, Kyoko. Bye, Angie. All right, let's see. I think I do want to do a little bit of gold on the joints. I think I'll just use a gold pen. Let's do that real quick. I think that's dry. I'm just going to use a gold pen on the strings. And you won't be able, the thing about doing any kind of metallic or gold, it doesn't photograph well. You have to do angles to get it to show up, but I'll tilt it so you can see them. Let's just go ahead and get those in real quick. And again, I haven't done the leaves or finished the birds, but I want this to look kind of like a twine, a string. So I'm going to do it kind of scratchy like, so it doesn't look like a wire. It looks more like a string. I think that would be better. So I hope y'all enjoyed seeing this done. Okay, let me put the gold on his joints. Let me get a small brush here. Get one of my cat brushes. Let me see if they stand up. Hang on. I'm trying to find just the right one. That one's too big. That one's too small. It's not too small. Do I want to point? I'll just go with this one. Just a nice point down there. And what I want to do is just get in here with some gold on the little joint plates. Again, unless you tilt it to the side, you won't see the gold. But I want that nice shiny brass color in there. And I'll go in there with the little nails or the little rivets. Do I want those on the joint? No, I think I'll just do the elbow and okay, I think that's all of them. Let's let that dry a second, and then I'll go over when you'll see when I go over the white, where I put the white lines in the wood, you'll see how the white goes away, but it still looks like highlighted. You're welcome, Cindy. Okay, here we go. Let me take this out from under here. You can see the gold. There you go. The gold on the knee and elbow joints. And a little gold in the strings. The gold in the strings is not the liquid gold. It's just the gel pen. All right, so now let's make sure that's dry, and I'll get let's see what I want, a light tan or a brown. Let's see. That's too dark. I might have to go, I'll just go with the same brown I was using. Let's just sharpen it up. Or do I want a tan color? I might want a tan color. No, I think I want to keep the golden brown kind of look. So now I'm going to go over the white. Let me see if I can hold this up just for a section. So where I put the white Posca, now when I go over it, it's going to turn, that's not quite brown enough. It's too yellow, I think. I think I do need a little bit more. Let's go with this one. I want it a little browner, not so yellow. Okay, so now when I go over the white, it's getting rid of the white, but see how you can still see the Posca? You see what I'm talking about right there? You can still see the Posca, but it's not white. It's like a brown now. You got to just make sure that the Posca is 100% dry before you do this, or you'll just scrape the Posca off. All right, you see how that is? Let me do this finger right here. You'll be able to see it probably good. See what I'm talking about? Bueller, Bueller. Anyway, I wanted to show that to you up close because it's hard to see from, any kind of distance. But all the white from the Posca, I'm going to go over with the brown. Just go right over the line. Each line, one by one. I'm going to get a little black Sharpie around those metal plates. Get it nice and sharp between those rivets and stuff. It just looks so much like wood because of the white. Did Ellen have a question? Okay, let's how do you know what color to use when you highlight? It's usually just a shade or a lighter color of the color that I'm doing for the most part. In this case, I did all those white lines with the Posca, and now I'm just going over them with one of the shades of brown that's in the piece. But I don't always do the white Posca on everything either. Sometimes I just shade and don't put these brighter highlights. This depends on if you want them or not. And if it's going to work, like it's going to work with the wood. It works with hair. It works really well with hair. I'll put a couple of extra hairs on him just so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me finish the wood grain here. I didn't do any in his little ear here. Let's do a couple. Let that dry. Okay, I got most of the white covered, I think, except for his ear. I'm going to let that sit for a minute because I'll just scrape it off if it's not 100% dry. You can take your heat tool to it as well. All right, so for the hair, even though this has got a line down the middle of it, kind of, separates the hair. But what I'll do is, like if it's a girl's hair and I want some little flips hanging in her eyes or something. In this case, I don't really want that, but I can do a little bit of just a couple little random hairs, not too many. And plus, I'm going over that line of the thing here. Okay, so let's just put in a couple here. Now let that dry, and once this is dry, I'll go over it with the light blue. So it's not going to be white. It'll be light blue. But got to give it a second. So while that's sitting for just a second, I'm going to take my black pen and I'm going to get in a couple of places here where I want a nice, nice dark shadow. And again, I haven't done anything with the leaves or not much with the birds. I need to put their little pupils back in there. Little beak there. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have a nice dark around these joints. And then the little rivet, I'm going over the gold, and I have to do that with the pen here. I'm going over the gold paint. And I'm trying to get those little rivets in. And this pen might be almost out. It's been sitting here and using it for quite a while. Let's see here. Yeah, see it's, come on, got anything left in there? I might have hit a patch of wet gold paint, and that will hurt your pens. And a couple more rivets. Okay, now I think this might be dry. So let me go back in with the brown. And then go in with the light blue over the hair here. And it'll still retain a vibrancy, but it'll be a light blue rather than white. Keep the line of the string there. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Again, I didn't get much into the leaves here. Let's see. Let's see one of these greens here. And I could, get in here with every little leaf vein. So we didn't get into that today. What kind of pencils? These pencils are the Woomers. I usually use Prismacolor, but I talked about this earlier, that if you can't afford a set of pencil of Prismacolors, these Woomers, let me go ahead and, I took them out of the tray too. They come this way. They come this way in a very flexy tray that I can't stand. So I took them all out of the trays and put them in here. Let's move I don't know if I picked up my black there. Let's move this. Here's the black and white. And except for the black and the white, which I use a Prismacolor black and white, today I used these Woomers. There were, I think, someone looked them up. They were $29 at the moment. I can't remember what I paid for them. And like I said, this is the second set I bought, because I gave one set to Samantha. But I just keep them in here. Oh, a pencil just rolled down my leg. And then the book that we colored in today, I hope y'all thought that he looked woodsy. They are good pencils, sister. For again, the only thing I could say is that with Prismacolors, I could get 5, 6 layers of pencil without it before it got really waxy. These I can get about 3 or 4. Oh, thank you, Christina G. Thank you so much. I'll put you down for a print. Send you out a print. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. And I do appreciate that so much. And I'm going to put that over here to go out to you. I'll get some mail out by probably Saturday. So the book that we colored in, Me, M-I, there she is right here. Me sent me this book. I did a flip through it earlier. And also I did a flip through it on Monday. And so we did the Pinocchio. Again, I'm not finished with the leaves. And it's a little, let's see, let me try to grab the light back here. It's a little flashed, a little color. I think it might be the red Woomer pencil case. There we go. So it's not 100% done, but I think y'all got a little sampling, and there's the gold. You can see the gold when I tilt it. A little bit of sample of coloring. And again, guys, don't forget, I have hundreds, literally hundreds of videos on color booking. I just haven't been doing a lot of them lately because I've been concentrating on doing so much collaging. But yeah, if you are interested in, and also go back, guys, and see all the different, go back and see all the different people that were recommended for, today by other people. So yeah, thanks guys for being here. If y'all have any questions, leave it in the comments. We don't do a lot of commenting because we all talk here, but if you do have any comments that you want to ask about, then just leave them in the comments after the video is up. And yeah, I will. You're welcome, Janet. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And one last look real quick. The studio cat. Malibu. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. I hope y'all have a great rest of your week and weekend. And don't forget, Monday is scavenger hunt for Janet. Let me click on Janet. Where'd she go? There she is. Where'd she go? It scrolled right off. There she is. Get with Janet if you are part of the scavenger hunt 2025. That's due April 7th. If you have at least 90 of the 100 things found in the scavenger hunt, Janet will enter you into the random drawing, but you have to let her know. You have to let her know so that you can be put in that, because Monday is the final deadline. No extensions. She already extends it to the 7th of April when it's really due the 1st of April. So, but she doesn't stream until that Monday. So that's when she'll be doing the giveaway. So she'll be doing the random giveaway, and she probably should go a complete flip of her own scavenger hunt. So y'all make sure and be here on Monday. All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everybody. Oh, thank you, sister. Thank you so much. Sister, have you got the last... I'm just making sure that you haven't moved or anything, right, sister? So if I send you something, you'd still get it. Thank you, sister. I'll be sending you a print as well. So thanks, guys. I do send out thank yous to people that super chat, so I do appreciate that. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here, and we will see you at other streamers or Monday. So thanks, everybody, and you have a blessed rest of your week. Bye, guys.